Hello, Cherie Hansen here. I have come in from off of the deck to do the reading today because it's 43 out there. And so I just didn't want to have the video be of me melting as I'm reading. We're doing The Art of Communication by Thich, Nhat, and he is talking about some rules for communicating with other people that are very amazingly effective and wise. We're on to the fifth mantra. The fifth mantra is, this is a happy moment. When you're with someone you care about, you can use this mantra. That this is not auto-suggestion or wishful thinking, because there are conditions of happiness that are present. If you're not mindful, you won't recognize them. This mantra is to remind ourselves and the other person that we are very lucky and that there are so many conditions of happiness that are available in the here and the now. We can breathe easily. We have each other. We have the blue sky and the solidity of the whole earth supporting us. Sitting with the other person, walking together, you may want to pronounce the fifth mantra and realize how lucky you are. Being able to recognize that this moment is a happy moment depends on your mindfulness. These conditions of happiness are more than enough for both of you to be happy in the here and the now. It is mindfulness that makes the present moment into a wonderful moment. We can each learn how to bring happiness into the here and the now with our practice. What are we waiting for to be happy? Why do we have to wait? With mindfulness, you can recognize that it is possible to be happy right here and right now. The sixth mantra. You use the sixth mantra when someone praises or criticizes you. You can use it equally well in both cases. The sixth mantra is, you are partly right. I have weakness in me, and I have strength in me. If you praise me, I shouldn't get too puffed up and ignore the fact that in me there are also challenges. When you criticize me, I shouldn't get lost in that and ignore the positive things. When you see beautiful things in someone, you tend to overlook the things that are not so beautiful. But as human beings, we all have both positive and negative aspects. So when your loved one rhapsodizes about you, telling you that you are the very image of perfection, you can say, you are partly right. You know that I have other things in me too. In this way, you retain your humility. You don't become the victim of a prideful illusion because you know that you are not perfect. This is very important. When you pronounce the sixth mantra, you preserve your humility. If the other person criticizes you, you can reply, darling, you are only partly right, because I also have good things in me. Without judgment, you investigate so you can improve. If someone misjudges you, you reply, you have said something that is partly correct, but in me, there are also positive things. Likewise, when someone admires you, you can thank them for appreciating you, but also point out that they are seeing one part of you and that you have many challenges too. You have said something that's only partly correct because I have some weaknesses that you perhaps haven't seen yet. If someone says, You have many weaknesses. You can say, you are partly correct. I have strengths too. You may answer them that way in the silence or say it nicely. You are only seeing part of me, not the totality. I have other things in me that are much better. The sixth mantra is the truth. You don't lie, you don't fall into false humility, you just say it, either aloud or silently to yourself. Inside you, there are many wonderful qualities and many weaknesses, and you accept both. But the acceptance doesn't prevent you from developing your positive qualities and addressing your weaknesses. We can use the same method when we look at other people. We can accept others like we accept ourselves. We know that what they are expressing is only part of them. Before judging and shouting at somebody, instead of telling someone he or she has no value, we have to look deeper. I know people who are very sensitive. Even a slight judgment makes them weep and they become unhappy. Perhaps you also know people like that. So we accept ourselves with all our weaknesses. And then we have peace. We don't judge ourselves. We accept. I have these qualities and these weaknesses. But I will try to improve slowly at my speed. If you look at yourself like that, you can look at others like that too, without judgment. Even if that person has many weaknesses, he also has many talents, many positive things. No one is without positive qualities. So when you judge others, you have to say that when others judge you wrongly, you have to say that they are partly right, but they have not seen the other parts of you. The other person only sees part of you, not the totality. So you don't have to be unhappy at all. And I will end there for today. I think that the beautiful direction that he's leading people with his wisdom and his decades of practice of mindfulness is to this last statement. You don't have to be unhappy at all. Because if we're unhappy with ourselves, we can never feel at home on the earth. We can never feel at home in our bodies. We can never feel in this place of deep, abiding peace. Looking at yourself as something that's very complex. You have good things, you have bad things, and you are simply slowly at your own pace. And that's what the brilliant part of that statement was, at your own pace, getting to a place where you are working with the weaknesses and with the delusions so that you can make a more positive mindset for yourself. And the thing that's beautiful about this is it's very selfish when you set out in the world to lower the suffering, because this is the oxygen, the energy, the world you live in is this one where we need to be constantly aware of how we are changing every relationship we have in the moment. Isn't that beautiful?